Is your crypto wallet safe? Recently, a security firm published a report which found that only 6 out of 45 wallets analysed had undergone penetration testing, meaning it's possible that 39 are vulnerable to exploits and hacks. This is a sobering finding considering we've seen multiple crypto wallets exploited and hacked over the last year, including Solana's Phantom wallet, the Atomic wallet, and possibly even MetaMask. That's why today we're going to summarize this report, reveal which wallets are the safest, and tell you how you can protect yourself against hacks and exploits. This is a video you cannot miss. The report we'll be summarizing today is titled, quote, Crypto Wallet Security Rating Report, Key Insights and Findings. It was written by CER Live, a crypto security data aggregator created by Hacken, a crypto security firm. The report was published in July, and we'll leave a link to it in the description. Now, it begins with a few highlights. The first is that open sourcing the code to crypto wallets does not guarantee security. The second is that most crypto wallets skip doing audits and instead offer bug bounties. The third is that hardware wallets do not improve the security of the software. That said, the authors do acknowledge that hardware wallets significantly reduce the risk of losing funds if there is a hack or exploit of the underlying software. That's simply because any crypto you keep in a hardware wallet cannot be stolen if it's not plugged into your computer or connected to the internet. And note that we have the biggest discounts on the best hardware wallets in the description. I digress. Now, the final highlight is that larger crypto wallet companies invest more in security, but some don't seem to invest as much as they should. The result is that it encourages hackers and exploiters to find vulnerabilities and drain user funds. Fortunately or unfortunately, hackers and exploiters have more lucrative options, DeFi being the elephant in the room. Now, the first part of the report explains the importance of crypto wallets. The authors explain that crypto wallets are required for exploring, quote, every crypto rabbit hole. They discuss how it's important for crypto wallets to have both extensive functionality and usability while preserving security. Now, given these facts, the authors concluded that doing a comprehensive security assessment of some of the most popular crypto wallets was warranted. What's awesome is that they provide a detailed methodology of how they assessed each wallet, and we'll leave a link to that in the description too. Naturally, the authors ranked crypto wallets on a scale of 1 to 100. As you'll soon see, no crypto wallet had a perfect score, and the resulting rankings don't seem to be accurate at first glance. Now, this is likely a consequence of the author's methodology, but we'll come back to all of that later. Now, in the second part of the report, the authors provide an overview of the crypto wallet landscape. They start by stating the obvious, quote, not all wallets are made equal. Again, this is because different wallets often provide different functionality and therefore vary in importance and complexity. For the sake of the study, the authors put crypto wallets into 3 logical groups: desktop wallets, mobile wallets, and extension wallets. They explained that they wanted to examine web wallets as well, but couldn't gather enough data. Oddly enough, they don't explain why they omitted hardware wallets too. In any case, they then briefly explain the pros and cons of each of the 3 wallet types they analysed, and then explain that their methodology focused on 4 key areas: audits and penetration testing, bug bounties, built-in security features, and past incidents of hacks or exploits. Desktop wallets scored 48 out of 100, mobile wallets scored 51 out of 100, and extension wallets scored 58 out of 100. The authors reveal that this is because desktop wallets and mobile wallets undergo frequent updates, which invalidates previous security tests. By contrast, extension wallets do not undergo as many upgrades and invest a lot more in security compared to their peers. As a result, MetaMask has the highest ranking of any wallet, and because the authors included deployments across different browsers and devices, it holds the top 4 spots. The authors highlight the fact that wallets can improve their scores by undergoing regular audits and penetration tests, which would be very pricey for desktop and mobile wallets. It would simultaneously be very profitable for crypto security firms who provide these services, like, for instance, Hacken. Now, to underscore their point, the authors briefly discuss the recent Atomic Wallet hack. They explain that anywhere between $35 and $100 million of crypto was stolen, affecting roughly 1% of active user balances. Interestingly, they note that most of the crypto that was stolen was Tron-based USDT. Regardless, the authors admit that it's still not clear what caused the Atomic Wallet hack, but note that another crypto security firm called Least Authority had identified vulnerabilities in Atomic Wallet as far back as January last year. It's believed that Atomic Wallet did not address these vulnerabilities. And these vulnerabilities are why Atomic Wallet only scored 41 out of 100 under the author's methodology. This score dropped to 31 out of 100 after the exploit. To put things into perspective, the authors provide a list of mobile wallets with similar functionality and downloads, but with much higher security scores. They then reveal another reason why extension wallets like MetaMask have such a high ranking. The number of downloads is highly correlated to the level of security testing. In other words, the more popular the wallet, the more security measures it tends to take. Atomic Wallet is one of the exceptions. Note that you can learn more about what happened with Atomic Wallet using the link in the description. Anyways, in the 4th part of the report, the authors compare open and closed source wallets. They start by explaining that their definition of open source means that the, quote, major part of its cryptography and key management are available to the public. Anything less is considered partial. What's strange is that the authors found that there aren't significant security differences between fully open source and partially open source crypto wallets. In fact, they argue that fully open source wallets have a, quote, considerably higher risk of getting hacked, which is a very surprising finding. Now, they explain that this is because the 5 fully open sourced wallets they analysed had experienced, quote, security incidents, while none of the partially open source wallets they analysed had. What's bizarre is that this seems to conflict with another of their findings. Quote, open source wallets showed an average incident rate of 13.87%, while closed source wallets had a slightly higher incident rate with an average of 18.48%. Note that it's not clear how they found this figure, especially since they just noted that no closed source wallets had any security incidents. Anywho, the 5th part of the report pertains to bug bounties. Now, for context, a bug bounty is when a crypto project or company offers money to any developer who can find a problem in their code. The authors note that there is nuance here. Bug bounties run by third parties tend to be more effective. Case in point, 4 of the 9 crypto wallets that ran their own bug bounty experienced a security incident, whereas only 1 of the 14 crypto wallets that ran a third-party bug bounty experienced an incident. Of course, third-party bug bounties are something crypto security firms like Hacken can provide. In the 6th part of the report, the authors unpack the importance of hardware wallets. They start by saying that hardware wallets provide an additional security layer to the underlying software. And they repeat what I mentioned earlier. Hardware wallets keep your private keys offline when unplugged. Even so, the authors found that software wallets which offer hardware compatibility are only marginally safer than software wallets without this function. Around 14% of hardware-compatible software wallets experience security incidents, compared to around 19% of software wallets without this function. However, the stats look very different when the authors analysed the amount of assets lost as a result of these security incidents. less than 5% of software wallets with hardware compatibility saw users lose their funds, compared to almost 17% of software wallets without this functionality. In other words, a hardware wallet doesn't guarantee that the wallet won't be hacked or exploited, but it almost guarantees that you won't lose any of your crypto if a hack or exploit does occur. This is again because hardware wallets isolate your private keys, making it impossible for anyone to steal your crypto. If you haven't got a hardware wallet yet, remember that we have the biggest discounts on the best ones down in the description. Now, in the 7th part of the report, the authors analyse the different security practices of different crypto wallets. They start by saying, or rather alleging, that desktop wallets and extension wallets do not give enough information about crypto transactions, specifically when sending them. They argue that these wallets should include additional features, such as allowing users to customize how much of their funds the wallet is allowed to spend. To be fair, this is something that some crypto wallets have started doing, notably MetaMask. This is probably yet another reason why it occupies the top spot. The authors also argue that all crypto wallets should essentially force their users to write down their private seed before using the wallet. They note that almost half of the wallets they analysed do not require this, presumably for reasons related to user experience. The authors basically say, no excuses. Similarly, just over half of the wallets the authors analysed provide hardware wallet support. The authors believe that hardware wallet compatibility should be universal. However, they simultaneously acknowledge that increasing wallet features inevitably increases the chance of a hack or an exploit. And this ties into the 8th part of the report, and that's whether additional wallet features and functionalities affect security. The authors start by saying that most crypto wallets provide cross-chain swapping functionality. What's fascinating is that extension wallets generally lack this functionality. They also note that there's a surprising lack of support for cross-chain bridges, something they seemingly take issue with because, quote, by now it is obvious that the future of crypto is multi-chain. They acknowledge that this lack of integration is likely due to all the bridge exploits we've seen. As for the absence of cross-chain swaps on extension wallets, this could be a consequence of the fact that most extension wallets focus on single chains or single families of chains, MetaMask for EVM chains, for example. This is likely to change as more wallets enable multi-chain functionality, like Phantom. Regarding crypto to fiat ramps, the authors rightfully take issue with the fact that it's extremely easy to convert your fiat to crypto in most wallets, but extremely difficult to convert that crypto back to fiat in the same wallet. They believe this is done due to regulatory reasons, and they're probably right. After glossing over NFT functionality, the authors examine staking functionality. They stress that there are two types of staking supported by crypto wallets: external staking, you choose which validator you stake with, or internal staking, the wallet chooses the validator. Obviously, internal staking is often much riskier. Now, considering that the highest ranked wallets have all these features, the authors seem to conclude that the number of features isn't all that correlated to a lack of security. This could be explained by the fact that feature-rich wallets are the largest and therefore have the best security practices, as noted earlier. As for the actual conclusion, the authors reiterate that crypto wallet developers need to run audits and penetration testing on a regular basis and consider commissioning third parties for bug bounties. As for crypto wallet users, the authors recommend they do 3 things. First, assess the track record of the crypto wallet you're considering or using. If you notice there's a history of security incidents, then it may not be the safest option. Second, check to see if there are any audits, penetration testing, or third-party bug bounties. In this case, the more the merrier. What's fascinating is that the authors seem to imply that the results of these audits, penetration tests, or third-party bug bounties aren't necessarily that important. Rather, the fact that a crypto wallet is spending time and money on security should be taken as a sign that they're taking it seriously. The authors even reserve a recommendation for hardware wallet users and that's to check out their ranking of software wallets and find the most secure ones that offer hardware wallet compatibility. They reiterate that the most popular crypto wallets tend to be the most secure, but there are exceptions. All of which brings me to the big question, and that's how you can protect yourself from crypto wallet exploits and hacks. Well, the first step is to take all audits, penetration tests, bug bounties, and other security measures with a grain of salt. As DeFi developer André Cronje famously said, they aren't bulletproof. Take a second to consider that a DeFi protocol that had been audited by Hacken was subsequently exploited late last year. In Hacken's defense, the exploit happened after the DeFi protocol had made some changes, hence Hacken's emphasis on doing security testing after every change in their report. Per Hacken's own explanation of the incident, however, the DeFi protocol in question had in fact run another audit after making these changes, and yet it was still exploited. If you're interested in what exactly happened there, we'll leave a link to Hacken's postmortem in the description. And this relates to the second step, and that's to remember that all these security ratings and rankings aren't necessarily correct, even if the security firm behind them is legit, such as Hacken. Besides potential problems with their methodologies, crypto security firms can and often do have biases. This is a consequence of the fact that crypto security firms are paid by the crypto projects and protocols they audit. This can result in biased security testing, and it's why some crypto security firms are less reputable than others. Obviously, it's not always easy to tell if a crypto security firm is reputable or not. Now, the third step is to remember that even the best crypto wallets may not have bulletproof security. In the introduction, I mentioned that even MetaMask had allegedly suffered an exploit. This is a reference to an incident from this April. MetaMask denied the issue was on their end, but said the issue was never identified. That's why the fourth step is the most important, and that's to make sure that you're always keeping any crypto you're not actively trading on a hardware wallet of some kind. Again, this makes it next to impossible for your crypto to be stolen, even if the underlying software is hacked or exploited. The fifth step is similarly paramount, and that's to make sure you don't give unnecessary authorization to apps and dApps, and don't accidentally give authorization to malicious apps and dApps. This pertains more to browser extension wallets. Always revoke permissions when you're not using an app or dApp. And the final step is ongoing, and that's to stay educated and informed. The fact that even the most secure and popular crypto wallets aren't perfect mean that you constantly need to keep up with the crypto news. I can't tell you the number of times that staying up to speed saved my crypto portfolio. And luckily for you, the Coin Bureau has got you covered when it comes to these important updates. All you need to do is follow us on Twitter and join our Telegram group. Both provide real-time crypto coverage, and links to both will be down in the description. And that's all for today's video, folks. If you learned something new, let me know by smashing that like button. If you want to make sure you keep learning, subscribe to the channel and ping that notification bell. If you want to help others learn, take a second to share this video with those who need to see it. Now, not to flog a dead horse, but the Coin Bureau deals page has the biggest discounts on the best hardware wallets. It's also got up to $40,000 of bonuses, airdrops, and incentives on the best cryptocurrency exchanges, so you can save money while stacking sats. The link is in the description. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. So, till then, my crypto friends.